Good morning, everyone. Okay. So we are doing our 5th stream on this series. Starting cycle 14, day 18. We have an 8-day drought. Let's see, we are trying to lower all of this. So if we remove these stairs and then place one more piece of dynamite, we'll be good to go. Looks like Sand Artist, you were here. Hopefully today we can get some more of the reservoir constructed. We have about 1,300 logs. And then I think we were, during the last episode, having a little bit of a wood shortage, but we are doing much better now. We have 18 vacant jobs. We can pause him since he's not doing anything. And then let's bump this up a little bit. What else do we have getting constructed? Morning, Sand Artist. Oh yeah, we have the second tree farm as well. Now, why did we not plant trees over here? I know that we have the bad tide. We might want to keep putting some levees just to prevent any bad water from spilling over. We won't be able to reach all this. But if we do this, we can reach it. We can speed things up a little bit also. Okay, I guess a quick recap. What were we working on? We had all of this. Oh my gosh. So many gravity batteries. We have some that are higher on the priority list than others. We're doing pretty good on resources. We're not swimming in anything, but we're doing pretty good. Okay, so we made up here, so now they're just going across. They're probably working on these ones first. In terms of power, seems like we have a good amount, but then as we add these gravity batteries, they're going to be providing even more. Waiting for dirty soil to clear in that little area. Was it the, it wasn't the thorns. We also don't need this to be constructed anytime soon, so we can lower that. But we do have all of this. We'll work our way down. We can just remove all these. And then I think I am going to just try and get this finished. We have 113 dynamite, so removing this shouldn't be a problem. And then yeah, we can bump this up. And then I think we'll leave this one. We have him automated. But we can leave all these other jobs paused for now since we have enough wood. But if we come across a wood shortage, we can turn them all on. Since it seems like we're doing pretty good on wood over here. And then let's just make sure these are all marked to be chopped down. It looks like they are. And then our reservoir. Can we reach this? Yeah, this is normal. So right now these are not connecting in. But I think we probably just go all the way across. I don't know why we wouldn't do that. Something like this. But let's see. They'll go on the back side. Okay, so they shouldn't be able to trap themselves. And they'll just go all the way. And then we can just go to this one, copy it, and then do that one more time. And then I think once we, I guess we just go right here. And let's, whoops, we can remove this one. But I do want them to construct these two first. And then we should probably go up one more. So let's add this, bump that up. And so we almost have most of it, like the perimeter set up. If we wanted, we could lower some of this. I don't think we have extract yet, so we need to probably get that going. They did finish placing the dynamite, so we can detonate all of this. And that just gets us so much more green space. Let's collect that and then remove these paths. Excellent. I think we're going to be set on wood for a while. So today's live stream started a little bit later since I went on a practice 10K run this morning. So next weekend I'm not going to be able to live stream since I have family in town and then a 10K Saturday morning, so I'm going to take a week off. I've really enjoyed doing streams every weekend, but sometimes you gotta focus on real life. So yeah, I'm going to take next week off, but I am super excited to continue doing everything that we can in this live stream. Hopefully today we can finish the reservoir, or at least get the perimeter of it set up. Honestly, we could just fill in some of these gaps. We can't really change this quite yet. We could change this. Let's see, how many of these are automated? These ones are all not automated, they're just off. This is the only one. We have 2.6 days left. I think we can just have it set to that. So we'll pause all the water flowing through there. Jason would be proud. Yeah, I've never run a 10K before. I've only done 5Ks. So this is going to be definitely a test for myself. One of my buddies is going to run it with me, so it's going to be fun. Okay, we have that bumped up. And then let's add in another depth sensor. This one, whoops, let's go all the way. This one can be temporary. We can lower that threshold quite a bit. And then, what do I even have it set to? I think it was, wait, this one? That was based off of this depth sensor. So I guess I could just leave that one. We don't even need this quite yet. I'll hold off on that. And then probably, I think I'll lower all this on the priority list because I do want to finish this, but if we construct like new stuff, I want to be able to have that be focused on first. I guess maybe we can make all these ones normal, just with all the overhangs. And then I'm actually going to move these stairs. And then we can bump these ones up to normal. Leave that as highest priority, because we don't want beavers trapping themselves. And then we are going to need to also think about the water pumpers in here, because with this large water pump, and we have 17,000 science, so we can unlock this. I'm going to be installing some in here, but as you can see, even if they're at the top, that only goes down 4 tiles, and we still have another few that we could use. So we're gonna have to, I think maybe over here we can have basically a little pool, and we can have, instead of a throttling valve, I guess it doesn't really matter. It could be a throttling valve, or it could be a fill valve. This one's probably better because, wait a second, because if we place this, we're not going to do that. Because we have, I guess you would need to automate it still with the depth sensor. But either way, oh, it's over. These guys are pumping. But the water is returning. Yeah, we have plenty of wood. It's going down just a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that. If that drops below 1,000, we can turn all these on. And then we have all of these that they're constructing. You can see our power did get kind of low. So down to about a quarter of what we could handle. We are maxed out on paper. Let's pause that. It'd be nice to get some automation set up for all of these guys and have it kind of similar to what we have with the resource counter. So if we get up to, you know, 95% of our capacity or 100%, then we just have them get paused. But that means we have to do that for every different resource. So that's, I mean, probably at least, you know, 6 to 8 resources. So we might hold off on that. Oh, and the flooding is back. I'm looking forward to that not happening. Jeez. Oh, because it's going out through there. A torrent of water. It's mildly irritating to see. Look at that. It's just like up and down. That is kind of nuts. Let's reset up to 0.7. I don't know if it'll help. Now is this one turning on and off? That's the real question. All this flooding, I'm keeping an eye on it. It is, so that's part of why. Let's just have this one turned off, so it's just going to be constantly coming out of the dams instead. Oh yeah, and then we wanted to get some extract. That's underwater. I could tie the floodgates to the weather station. Yeah, I was thinking about that, because we could have these basically lower a little bit during a wet season so there's not flooding, and then go up during the dry season. Because we do have the weather station, right? We have a couple. This is temperate weather. So we can base that off of a wet weather station. So when it's on, we could go like 0.4. When it's off, just go all the way and sync that. Oh. Other way around. We want it to be 0.4. And then that. And then we can do the same for this one. But we'll lower it to 1.4. And then up. Maybe we don't go all the way. Maybe we'll go like 1.85. Same for these ones. Go to 0.85. I'm just going to tweak it a little bit, but how are we doing on power? Are we generating enough? Supply. If this evens out a little bit, looks like we're getting up to 2,500. It's still going up. And then it's dropping super fast. Okay, so it seems like we're doing about 2,000. That's not too bad. But we might want to get some more. we go 4 across and then put those there. Let's also remove those stairs, we can collect that. And then we won't be able to reach everything, but if we add in these stairs, and that should be good. Excellent. Okay, we're short on gears. We paused a bunch of these guys. We have 36 vacant jobs. Let's take a quick gander at what is missing. Okay, we have 1 million builders. Let's pause a few of them, because we have our main hauling post, and then we have this one. 10 missing. We gotta reevaluate. All the bad water pumps are working. How are we doing on bad water? 1.2 thousand. That's looking good. Builders' huts. One of them is lower. Food, we have. Not all of them are fully occupied, but we're doing good on food. Yeah, because they just pick those, and then good amount of potatoes. We're not processing wheat quite yet. So farmhouse is looking fine. Fluid dumps, we want to keep those going. Foresters, 2 of them are paused. That guy, that makes sense. And then I know this one is over here. Bump all those up on the priority list because we want them running if we have them working. Gather flags are missing. Business in a gear workshop. Hauling post, that's totally fine. Inventors' huts are all paused because of automation. Lumber mills. Okay, we have quite a few lumberjack flags that are lower on the priority list, and they're missing workers, which is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we have 11 lumberjack flags that we deemed not as important. And then we have 10 of these guys. And then we have this one, so 10 plus 11 plus 4. So that's 25 jobs that we have lower than normal priority. Plus we have a couple scavenger flags, so it's 27. Let's see. Anything else? We have the mine going, because I think we're out of scrap metal from the scavenger flags. Okay, so 27 jobs that we have. Oh, that was perfect. But now it's not. I think we need some more beavers. So let's just unpause this. We still have 15 beds though. Ooh, what about monuments? We haven't even touched those. We have a good amount of logs. I think we want to get... We only have 350 planks, so we're burning through those kind of quick. We have been putting... Looks like they're all into there, but we're missing gears. And then they've constructed all those. So now they're just working on this. Let's bump this one up. We'll finish that. And then this one will be normal. Quite a few children. Oh, we have 20 children. But then we have 12 jobs that we can turn on. And then another 6. So we have almost 20 more jobs that we could potentially fill if needed. Plus a few more. But we got to get that tapper shack going. And then let's also unmark these to be chopped down. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll leave that for now. Have him stack up as much pine resin as he can. You have one there and one there. Okay, so I think, yeah, we want to get some monuments going. 200 logs. We have plenty. Let's unlock that. And then this isn't going to look pretty. Maybe it could. Place it somewhere in here. I think we'll do it on top. And then we might need to move some of these. Oh wait, we wouldn't. Well, depends on if we want to have access to it. Oh, but they can construct it from below, so that should be fine. We just need to make sure we can reach that edge house. So I think that right there. Let's pause it. I'm going to place it. And then, because it goes down, down, down. Yeah, so it reaches all of those ones. And then we don't have houses this far over. Whoops. And then we can still make some houses. Okay, we could have 2 more going out and that would still be in reach. So we'll leave that one. And then this takes a lot of planks. 3,000 signs, we can unlock it. We might not place it quite yet. This one we could place right here. But I think we'll hold off on that one for now. Then we can speed it up. That should help out quite a bit. And then I think we want to do this. But this can all be super low because I don't really know what I would do over here quite yet. And then let's do the same thing. We'll just finish this off. This will just be if they need something to work on. I think we'll just keep yeah, we'll keep going over here. It'd be interesting if they had something kind of like these platforms, but it was just one of these, but it extended in either direction. So it was still like linear, but the support's in the middle. I don't know how useful some people would think that is, but I think it'd be kind of cool. But it might just clog up the options that we have. So, might not be necessary. I think we'll go all the way over here. And then super low prioritize all this. Can also unlock some cheap well-being items. Yeah, we could do that. I bet their wet fur is at like 0. Yep, wet fur is at 0. And then social life's actually pretty good. We could probably get some more contemplation spots. Aesthetics are looking pretty good. Ah, we just got that. But all the fun stuff, they're missing pretty much everything. We could add some fun stuff up here. Well, I guess maybe not fun stuff, but we could add some contemplation spots up here. Doop, doop, doop. Oh yeah, we want to remove this because that's where the next well-being item is going to go. Okay, we're at 1,000 logs. 19 vacant jobs. So I'm feeling okay about that. What we could do, just bump it up to not lowest. I think at this point we can remove this one. We'll collect that and this one. And then we just have one little corner piece. And then we'll be good. Over here they finished it. There's a bad tide approaching. "12 vacant jobs." Okay. Logs are still looking fine, but I think it is time to turn on. Oh, well, clearly I didn't mark any of these trees. Let's get those done. Excellent. And then we have 15 vacant jobs. We want to unpause this guy. We'll do 4, 5. And then we'll set 1 to be lowest, 1 to be lower, 3 to be lower. Like that. So now we could have 30 jobs that are vacant, and it's not dipping into normal stuff, since we have these 3 that are all lower than normal. That's kind of my baseline. If it's a normal priority job, I want it to be filled. And then if it's lower than normal, then it's okay if it's, not being occupied. Which is why this one is the lowest. At some point, maybe soon, I'll probably want to have another hauling post. So we can have 3. 1 is normal. In fact, we want 1 to be higher. We'll have the second one be lower, and then the third one can be lowest. But I think we'll hold off on that just for a little bit. We have 0 free beds, 22 children. So we will need to unpause some more jobs once some more of the kids grow up. But we are going to start laying the groundwork. They can't reach any of this. We can change that, can't we? Set it like this. And they should tackle this immediately because they're working on this stuff, which is all lowest. We got all the gravity batteries up and running. And then, oh yeah, let's start working on, oh yeah, I got distracted. I get distracted quite a bit. But we unlocked the centrifuge, right? So we can put that one right here. We just need to connect it in. And then we can take advantage of the haulers. And so let's see, we can put those 2. This one will be set to obtain, this is bad water. And then this will be supplying extract. Then we need to actually get some more storage for the extract. We could have storage over here. I don't think there's any reason we wouldn't want to do that. We have 4x1, 4x1, and 4x1. I feel like we should switch this. what can we fit right here? Because if we do a 3x1, or not 3x1, 3x3, this is only 8 tiles. We need 10 tiles in total. Whoops. So we go here and then back one. I'm also going to bump. We have 300 berries, so we're doing fine. They're probably not even eating them. But we're going to move one of them to slightly higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can unlock this last one. Oh, I'm not going to be able to place this right here. Five-day bad tide. That turned on just as we expected. Same with this one. And then these guys are going to be able to keep collecting bad water. Excellent. Oh my gosh, I forgot we added so many storages. See, you said prioritize those by haulers, making the tree cutters more efficient. Then I can remove some of the lumberjack flags. Also remove the inventor's huts. Yeah, so we don't really need them. We have 15,000 science since we do have the observatory. But we are also pausing all them. But yeah, we'll probably remove them down the road. Can remove those stairs. Duplicate. And then we will pause both of those once they construct them, because we don't need that many additional beavers quite yet. Oh, did I mess up? I think we need to... Yeah, they can't reach that. Dang it. Okay, we'll have them finish that, and then we can place houses down. Yeah, because we will remove these. We'll need to remove this roof. Either way. I guess I didn't really need to do the stairs. Going back and forth. Okay, pause those. Duplicate. You can automate housing. Automate. I don't even know what that means. That's kind of nuts. I guess I understand how you would automate it, if it's paused or not. So you'd have that tied to populations. Or resources, or anything. Just make beavers homeless during wet seasons. Or during droughts. Okay, so we do have some extract, and we have maxed it out immediately. So I want to do some rearranging. We do need to demolish this, and then we'll shift some stairs over. Let's get that bumped up. And then from here, and then we'll be able to place them on this once we get a platform placed. Wood's looking good. Oh yeah, nice. Up to 1.5 thousand. And then we will remove this and this. And then we can duplicate this one. It's all set to normal, which is fine. We get 2 of those. Then we are going to shift this path over. Without demolishing that zipline station. And this will be connected in once again, 5x1. We will need to relocate these guys soon. This one can be set to extract. And then let's bump this one up on the construction priority list. Also, I was playing Timberborn just like, I started playing hard mode just for fun, because I haven't played that much. But I did notice, now I might be wrong, but I feel like they switched it. So when you click this, it used to be this was the construction, and this was workplace, but now they flipped them. So I kept clicking, let's construct this, but it was actually the workplace that I was bumping up. So, I don't remember, like I don't know when they switched that, but it seems like it was recent. I also could be wrong and it was always like that, but I feel like it wasn't. Ooh, we have some unemployed beavers. Why? Oh, based on power? Unpause, unpause. Look at that, they finished all this. Okay, we are rolling. So what do we have on the outside that's left? This entire side is good. So now I gotta fix this side. And then how do they get to the top? We're just gonna remove all of these. And then let's see. So they can get up through here. We just need to connect that in. And then this one, we'll just let them construct one at a time. That's okay. Let's also get rid of these extra paths on the back side. They can reach that, so we'll have them collect it. And same with all those. Then we can remove those stairs and then this path. And then we do have some extract. And we have dynamite, so we can unlock both of these. And then in terms of the water depth, I think we'll just go to the level of these throttling valves. That should be sufficient. So we'll just basically place dynamite. And they're not going to be able to reach a lot of this, so we'll need to make sure they can. So we'll have them go so that'll give them access to some of this. We'll just need to work our way up also. And then we'll add some paths in as well. So have you guys had a chance to play Timberborn 1.0 since it was released? I've just been going back and forth on Experimental Branch and 1.0 since I started Spillage right before it was released. So I have to kind of switch between the update 1.0 and then the Experimental Branch, but overall, it's pretty much the same game. We'll fill all of this in. We'll not, oops. Wrong one. Triple. Oh, you found your saved game? Nice. And then we'll do single up here, because we'll have to go in tiers. Single, double. They won't be able to reach a lot of this. I think if we had this one, that should be fine. This will give us a lot of extra space in terms of like water volume. So this is gonna be nice. And they'll just keep going up. Basically just try and clear all this. And then triple, double, double, triple. A sneaky one in the back. Okay, so we have quite a bit of dynamite placed down. They're not going to be able to reach this unless we add some stairs in. I think we'll see what they can construct. Ah, I can't do that. We'll do it like this. Oh, we'll have to make sure we can remove those. We have to do the stairs as well. But so, oh, they can't reach that. And I know why. Remove all this. They can do that. I'm going to lower all the dynamite. So this is just going to be something they work on in the background when they have time. It's not super essential. Well, we do want the stairs done first. Man, there's a lot of dynamite. Might need to add another explosives factory. And then we'll bump those stairs up. Excellent. Now we can get the last few levees on the back side. And this is all normal. We'll have to fill this one in last. I guess we'll do these ones last. Yeah, we're looking good on height. Ooh, we could do these ones as well. So I think we'll do this one, but I guess we'll have to wait until after we get the dynamite placed down. Then we can, oh no, we can't even do this one because we have to get over here. We don't really need this path. So I think what we can do is remove this and then just start going up. Now we'll get pretty close. Can they construct this one from this set of stairs? I think so. We might not even need this. This might be sufficient. Well, it's a pretty mountainous map. Yeah, I think having a second explosives factory will definitely be a good investment. But we're running a little bit short on space. We have some over here. We could clear some over here. In fact, I think I want to do that. So we're going to place some dynamite down and then high prioritize this. make sure they put the dynamite over here. And then if we set up one set of stairs, they should be able to reach pretty much all of it. Make this one highest. $16 vacant jobs, that is totally fine. 2.1 thousand logs. Yeah, now that we're not building a bunch of this stuff, we can probably pause some of them. I guess we'll want to keep this guy going because we have some of these jobs still going. Unpause this builder's hut. We're still a little bit short on gears. We're already on cycle, or we're already on day 5. About the dirt excavator. Then I can fill in the land under the gravity batteries. I don't know if I'd want to fill this in exactly, but a dirt excavator is definitely something that I have thought about. I think since we, like, because the dirt excavator I think is a high, yeah, it's a high chance of injury job. And then we do have the mine, which just got an injured beaver because it's a high chance of injury job. I think we want to get bots before we do that. And so if we clear this space out, that'll give us a lot more real estate to work with. So I think once we detonate this, we can get another explosives factory, which I think is also a high chance of injury job. And then we can start getting bots. We're doing decent on metal blocks, decent on gears and planks. But if we get some more bots, then we can start putting them into some of the dangerous jobs. So I think before we do the dirt excavator, we'll do that. And then we will need biofuel. We're doing great on potatoes, which I know that some of you have commented that spatterdock is more efficient in terms of the recipe. Let's see, refinery. And that's because, let's see, because potatoes, how many of those grow? 6 days turns into 1 potato, but then spatterdock, 12 days turns into 3. So it's really 4 days for 1. So it's more efficient in that regard. But we also have a lot of potatoes. And we have no spatterdock. Which at some point we can get a water farm set up. And we can also detonate all this. We're short on dynamite, which is precisely why we're clearing this space. In fact, we can do this. We'll detonate this, remove this set of stairs. You don't even need to add any more stairs. I know they can't reach this one, but they should be able to reach the rest of it. And then in the meantime, we can add in 2, go full send. And then we can copy settings from this guy to these 2. Nice. And then we can keep using our little, I don't know if hack is the right word, but a little trick. Keep them fed. Obtain. And then small warehouse supply. What is our dynamite storage at? We have 430 we could store. We'll probably bump that up. I think we could bump that up. Still doing good on wood. Planks are fine. Man, they just dumped up all 80 planks into that immediately. And we might want to move those. We might want to rearrange all these little warehouses. But I just toss those there. We can unlock all of these. And then maybe we have them right over here instead. I don't love that it's going to be offset. Probably don't want to be going under these gravity batteries. Well, you know what we could do? Well, we're using a lot of extract. Oh man, I really don't like that. I'm gonna move everything over by one. And then we can remove these. And then I'm just gonna get rid of it. Ooh, I might want to actually move those even more, potentially. Because we'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll change the priority so it's going backwards. And then we can go... Wrong one. Centrifuge. And then we can get the 2 bot assemblers. But we need to be able to get up here. Which is why I think we want to rearrange where those are. Just go like this. Yeah. And then we have to set the recipe for all of them. Oh my gosh. Bot chassis, bot limbs, bot heads. And isn't connected. Oh, that's why. I was concerned for a second. I was like, we should have bots or beavers working in there. Ooh, you know what? We can take advantage of this space. I've been going super quick. Let's wait till it's nighttime. They've dumped a bunch of resources into it. Then we'll slow it down. We're going to do this. We're going to remove this, and then gotta be careful with this. Just remove those. We can do that. So I want to get some storages. Because we could have the front row be how they access all the storages, or we could have them go back and then the storage is right here. I think we're going to do that one. I think that's easier. And then we have stairs going up. Yeah. I'm just placing random stuff everywhere. Okay, and then now we can place some more storages. Ooh, and then we can also, let's see, so we want at least five warehouses, because we'll go limbs, and then we'll go with heads and chassis. Excellent. And then we can get, what do I want to put right here? I think we'll have to go with warehouse. And then right here on top we can go with some storages. For this guy, we'll have bad water, obtain, then supply, extract. We'll probably also want to get the refinery over here. In fact, we actually need to do that ASAP. That one doesn't need to be connected to power, but we're getting pretty darn close to those gravity batteries. Refinery. I think we're gonna go just squeeze him in right there. This will be set to potatoes. And then we'll probably want another one for catalyst. Let's make this one prioritized, because I think that at least one, yeah. The bot chassis require that biofuel. Looks like we have a few more people who have joined the live stream, and it's just Sandartis who's talking. So if you've seen any of the live streams before, let me know. I might recognize your name. If you're new, welcome. We are actually running a little bit short on grilled potatoes. We have so many beavers. He's already prioritized. I think we gotta duplicate him. But where do you want to put him? We could squeeze one in right here for now. Kind of just throwing stuff where it fits. Be pretty careful with which ones I detonate, because I can't really detonate most of it, since it'll cut off a path to somewhere else. But some of them I can detonate, and some of them I should detonate. And, ooh, we are short. We are short on planks and gears. And why are these guys sitting? I think they were just short on bad water. We'll duplicate this one. Get that constructed. That is annoying. We'll go down to 0.4. 1.3. Just to do everything we can to prevent the flooding. Oh yeah, this one is set to nothing. Well, this one's set to carrots, so the beavers can eat something while they're working on it. We're probably gonna need some more medical beds. I think none of these have been occupied, which is good. But we'll get a couple more. Yeah, we will bounce back with all this, but we're using a lot in constructing stuff, and then I'm a little concerned since we have to use these resources to produce bots. And especially once we start tossing bots into some of these jobs. On the bright side, we've pretty much maxed out our water because those 4 got paused. And probably copy settings. What happened? Copy settings to that one. Okay, so we made it up here. Let's remove. You know, I didn't need to build this. I could just do this instead. Let's see. Ah, dang it. It pushed it. Now, do I really care about this? Not really. Yeah, we're just going to delete this. Get that last one. And then we're probably going to need to remove all of these from the top because we want to have overhangs going into the middle. But we'll worry about that later. Making good progress on all of this. We're going to be short on extract and explosives for a while. What else do we use extract for? The Agora and well-being. And then the detailer. We already have them supplied. So we don't need to prioritize it by haulers. Oh, we got some storage for this guy. Then we have a bad head approaching. Set that to biofuel. You know, I should have shifted this over one more. So let's do it. And then we'll just duplicate this and do the same. Because we have these two that we won't be able to reach once we go around like this. And then we can place those 3. We'll need to move all these guys. So what we're going to do is also remove a few trees. We don't really need this. Move that berry collector. Bump it up the construction. I'm pretty sure that this used to be where construction was and this was the workplace, but it seems like they flipped them. We don't have berry storage. This guy can go. We have our first bot? Ooh, yes we do. We are tossing that guy into a lumber mill. 500 science. Okay, well, how's our treated plank storage? We're doing fine on that. We can switch this to logs and obtain. Oh, we already have a logs and obtain. Let's see. We'll have this one set to planks, obtain, planks, supply. Which maybe having them right next to each other doesn't make sense, but you can always have one that's getting planks. These guys will be grateful, and then if we have one that shucks them away, these guys will be grateful. So that's my rationale. And then as they make more bots, which they just finished making it, they're short on limbs. Oh, we should probably also get some. Oh, we could have put storages under here. We don't really need these ones yet. So let's do this. Oh, wait. I guess we could do gears. Let's see, because most of these, not these. Most of what they need are things that go in piles. So I guess we could put some piles on top. We're going to remove one. And then get small warehouse. Set that to gears. And obtain. And then I think this one, instead of heads, will be chassis. And then on top we can get a couple piles. I think just two, because it requires planks and metal blocks. Planks and gears, biofuel, metal blocks, and planks. Yeah. We don't have a whole lot of metal blocks. Switch this second guy. Probably toss them in a smelter soon. At this point, we don't even notice bad tides. It's kind of a benefit because we get to keep pumping bad water. But we have our diversion system that works just fine. Oh, how are we doing on power? We are not maxed out, and we just started the bad tide. Oh yeah, we did get these set up. That was at the very beginning of the episode. Water wheel. But now we can connect everything. So this gives us a little bit of extra power. Should finish that first. Yeah. And then maybe we get some more. This will just help charge our batteries up during the wet season. Ooh, you know what we should do? Okay, so we're gonna remove this and this. Then we can get some windmills. We have not a whole lot of resources, but we're still gonna place them down. And is that too close? Oh, dang it. That is too close to this. Maybe we can rearrange that just a little bit. Why even push it? We'll just move it way over here. Bump this up, and then we can reconnect those. And he is generating no power for our system, unfortunately. So let's just put this in. Just help give us a little boost. And then we're just short on gears at the moment, but we can still bump it up on the priority list. This one, we're just going to copy the settings because we want all the gears we can right now. I think we want everything running. I feel like with, oh my gosh, with all these gravity batteries, I feel like we'll be fine, especially if we keep adding in some windmills that add some power eventually to the system. And then also if we continue to add water wheels. Oh, they won't be able to reach any of this. I did want them to be able to walk around. We have some more unemployed bots. I gotta keep an eye on them. So we're doing fine. We're gonna just keep getting planks. I think I also should switch one of these jobs. This is gonna be a bot job, but it's lower. So that way any extra bots working there. Although they're all sitting around, so we might not want that. You know what we should do? I want to get another hauling post. Because I did talk about that. This is like the last spot. Except this one's going to be lower on the workplace priority list. Not lowest, but lower. This one's lowest. Or maybe we make it normal. Make it normal, and then we'll start lowering some of these jobs. And then we'll have these two as normal. Bot production. Let's see. Oh, I see. Can automate bot construction to make sure we only build what we need for the high injury jobs, keeping resources good and injuries down. So you mean pause bot production sometimes? I know you can, I guess you could. I haven't automated a whole lot in terms of like when these buildings turn on and off. We have done some in terms of the power, but I haven't done it based on like resources yet. I think big picture, as long as we have if you have enough logs, that feeds into planks and gears. And then if we have enough scrap metal, which feeds into metal blocks, and then if you have enough potatoes, then we should have everything we need for bots. And then obviously like we need water for the beavers. But I think that should be fine. Also, someone ring my doorbell. I'll be right back. We'll see if my wife's checking it or not. Okay, she got it. So Sand Artist, can you explain what you mean by automating bot constructions? Because I do want to toss the bots into those high injury jobs. So we can start tossing them in here. We have enough science for it. So we'll toss him into there. Oh, we also probably want to get some biofuel just like around the colony. This will be a... Oh, my dog's barking. We're just going to toss a few of them around. Duplicate. That should be good. Oh, look at this. Oh, they probably can't reach that. It's too far. But if we add that path in... Oh, they can't reach that one. Yes, they can. We just need to add some paths. And let's make sure we finish these ones first. Because then we can detonate all this. We do also want to add in these. Which they won't be able to reach most of them unless we add those stairs. We're doing pretty darn good on replacing or on placing all the dynamite down. They probably can't reach any of this. I don't like seeing that. What the heck happened? Yeah, why is there bad water coming in? Target height. Oh. We gotta switch that to 0. That is funny. It just kept the target height depth. Well, we have a little bit of bad water. Well, good thing I noticed that. Otherwise, you just would have had bad water flowing in. So we need to keep that in mind when we detonate all those. Population control automation. So you tie the population sensor to the assemblers and a parts factory. Once the bot count goes to, let's say 20, then pause the buildings. I see what you're saying. So we only have these, we're only constructing these if we have X amount of bots, basically. I think for now we probably don't need it because we're just going to be tossing them into pretty much any job we can. In fact, we're going to toss another one in here. And then we'll toss them, because right now we're using them for plank production. It'll be for explosives. And then we'll put them in the mine. And then in the bot part factories, and the assemblers, and the centrifuge. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah, once we get to the point where we have enough bots, then we can tie them. We can use automation to make sure they're not, you know, working if they don't need to. So if we see this vacancies for bots at 4, that means we're doing good. Because that is going to be this job right here. The 811 guy came by and my dog is not enjoying that. She can see him out back. That's a lot of flooding. Is that the whole point of this? I might just need to like block it. I think we're just gonna block it because I'm getting a little sick of it. We'll collect this one. Oh, we'll also need to block this. That's probably not helping. Oh my gosh. Hold on, guys. Okay, we have a guest on the stream. My dog. So they got all this done, so we can. Now we can just fill this in. Oh, it's too far. Whoopsies. So we can see how much this helps. I'm hoping that it'll be sufficient, especially not having this whole area. Oh, we can move that path. I think this probably also was part of why there was some flooding. And we can speed it up. We have all that. We might need these stairs. We might not. I think we'll keep them because we can remove all these ones. And we'll collect all these resources. Okay, so we can get like this and this. My wife rescued our dog from here. Ooh, we can detonate all of this. We'll start from this end. Do the same with these. And now I can place even more triple dynamite. And I think they should be able to reach all this as long as we get some paths. And then we can remove this. Wait a second, just this. There we go. And then we're going to do, okay, we're going to lower these on the priority list and then raise just these ones because I want to detonate them, and then I want to intentionally detonate just these ones and then change that target height when that switches, because it's just going to go up to 3, and that means it's not going to work unless we manually lower that to 0, as we saw with the other bad water diversion system on this side. She is, our dog's a mutt, so she has some Chihuahua in her, some Pomeranian, and then I think just some other stuff. But yeah, the Chihuahua is the size because she's only like 15 pounds, and then the Pomeranian is, she's a little fluffy but not like super fluffy. I want to detonate this. And then we'll do the same right here. Bump those ones up. Ooh, we have one vacant job. Let's get some more extract going. Switch that. They're pretty much... The haulers are slacking. Oh, we can bump that up now. So hopefully that should help with the flooding. Okay, so we can detonate this without worrying about detonating everything else. And now lower that target height when it's on to be 0. Detonate all these. And this is not super interesting. We're just slowly removing stuff and then putting down some more dynamite. We can get rid of those two and these two and the stairs. And then the nice thing is now everything new that I placed down is going to be normal. So they'll work on these miscellaneous ones before they, work on some of these other ones. So that's totally fine. Then we just got to connect this path in. We should be able to reach everything once again. This stuff we can bump down. I want to get that one done. Oh, we have one in the corner also. Our potatoes are not in danger, but to keep an eye on it. We are going down. We only have, because we were at like 600 something. Looks like we do have a good amount of extra potatoes. But we could have these guys prioritize potatoes. And so now we only have one vacant bot job. Scrap metal, we're doing good, but what I think we should do is if we go to the workplaces, if we find the mine, which is somewhere, is 1,000 science. There's 6 jobs. We have it set to normal priority. Let's go lower. Oh wait, well, we do want to switch it. Then we go back up to normal. So we pulled everyone from the not the inventor's hut, the builder's hut. And so now that it's normal, every extra bod that's produced will be going into here. And we'll just bump that up to 8. We should probably get some more scrap metal storage also. How is there... Man, the water even overtopped this? That's kind of nuts. Okay, we can remove this. Duplicate. How are we doing on power? This is all really low. Okay, we gotta add... We gotta think about power a little bit more. I think we'll just add in some more wind turbines. How do we want to do this? We could go up here, but I'm not really liking that idea. I think what we'll do... We're doing great on planks. We're doing decent on metal blocks. And then we're doing fantastic on wood. I think what we can do... We just kind of emulate this, but just go over here. And we don't need to go like all the way to the edge. I think we'll do like maybe 2 sets of the 6 long overhangs and some platforms. And then we can have a bunch of windmills. So we want to be at the same elevation. So we'll go with the 3x1. No, it need to be 4. Yeah, because the windmill can't have anything. Hold on a second now. I think it's 2. There needs to be 2 spaces between the windmills. Yeah. So I'll go with the 4 for those right here. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit different than what I was just saying. I think we can do something like that. And then we put a single 3. Okay, hold on. We do a 2. That actually should work out perfectly, I think. And then I think same for this one. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. If you guys have any input, because I'm just going to basically copy these and fill all that in. And then, oh, I guess I don't. I don't need to go up, actually. Because the reason I went up for these ones is I could walk underneath them, or the beavers could walk underneath them to construct it. But we could put a path in the middle. So that kind of prevents us. I mean, we probably want to for these two. And then the rest of these could just be down one. So we could do something like this. And then just put in and then we just simply connect all of them in with these power shafts. Am I missing something? I feel like this is a pretty good plan. We just need to have that one. Now just give us just a bucket of extra power. Type it out if you're thinking something. But I think this is a good way to just to, you know, even if it's not constant power, it can just add a little bit. And that should help out with these guys because they can, you know, take the highs and lows. Sand artist agrees. Sand artist, you have a lot of power right now. If you say something, no one else is saying anything else, so. But you've had some good input before. And as long as we get, let's bump this up. They can construct that, and then we'll just need to have a path set up so they can actually reach everything. Like that. So they can work on that as needed. They will eventually, I think well, we can hold off on him for now. Because we're maxed out on paper just about. And since we are running a little bit short on power. We can also tie these ones in. Oh, and then let's also strand a beaver probably. There we go. Just shifted it around a little bit. And then we can actually do the same right here. Just bump it up. Not about the power you hold, but how you wield it. True. So we still have some real estate over here, which is good. But then again, I do want to shift a lot of stuff up here. If we can get those set up, then we can remove all this. In fact, we're going to remove all of this and then just have some stairs going down. After the beaver stop wandering in here. We're going to place a single highest priority, then we'll place stairs right there. And then just fill in the gaps. Bump that up, and we can almost connect it in. We'll just have to have them place these two. We still have very limited extract, but we have some explosives, which is good. Out of extract? Yeah. I mean, we're just burning through it as fast as we make it. We could prioritize them by haulers, which might help a little bit, but it's just, we have so many things that or so many pieces of dynamite that we're placing down that it's just going to take a while. So, doing good on bad water. We did drop a bit. So during a drought we might have an issue. We could probably stand to add another 1 or 2. We can do this actually. Move him over just a little bit. Not like that. And then we could even fit one more. And so this will just give us a bit of a extra, because I think these guys are all dependent on this. Yeah. We got a lot of trees up here. We're still short on gears, and planks are doing fine. We're dumping the gears into the windmills, I assume. Yeah. But that is just a big construction project, so that should all, in fact, actually we want to increase the priority of all this. There's no point in having the windmills if we don't have the power shafts to connect them in. Ooh, we do need to turn this paper mill on though. Pine resin's looking good. Since we have so many logs, I'm going to unmark these ones. Have that contribute to the pine resin pile. I'm liking how the reservoir's going so far. We could easily have finished it if I didn't want to lower all of this. We should probably work on getting that little section set up where we can pump some extra water. So let's do this. We're just going to lower all of this and then bump it up on the priority list, which they can't reach most of that until I get these paths placed down. Oh, just kidding. They have the zip lines. Two vacant jobs, so we can continue to put bots into the dangerous ones. We're doing better on metal. Is there anything? Maybe some gear workshops. Having those running full time. That'd be pretty good. We'll have to keep an eye on planks again, because then those gear workshops use planks. So. Excellent. Look at that. 5,000 power at its peak. And 3,700 is what we need. Get one of those just to add it in. I'm basically just adding in water wheels all the way down. And they constructed all that immediately. So now what we're going to want is to block all of this off. Hold on before I do this. We've unlocked the large water pump. Excellent. We can kind of rearrange all this stuff as needed. In fact, do we even want that right here? Because that might be in the way of the water pumper. We can fit 2 if we add in a couple of levees. Then I think we'll want some platforms so we can get around. Because I'll probably have the zipline station, whoopsies, somewhere like right around here. At least for now. Might not always be that way. And then, man, if I just shift it over just a little bit. Let's do this. Remove those 3. Place it with that. And then we can get dynamite placed right along here. We might not need to go that far. At the very least, I want to go that far. And then let's bump this up on the priority list. I just want to get this constructed. And then what we will do, we don't need those ones. Three. Place 2. Ooh, the bot's working on it. That actually works out perfectly. So I'll have that connected in, but we won't do that yet. Oh my gosh, the army of beavers. So we can have a lot of water pumpers in here. Yeah, I am going to make some sort of like kind of mini inner rim reservoir over here for feeding the water to this. Okay, you guys are working on this, and I kind of wanted to detonate all this. I guess I'll just wait. We don't really need the water pumpers working yet. Yeah, I don't want to detonate this and accidentally kill a beaver. And unfortunately, I am going to need to remove pretty much like an entire 1 or 2 columns. So I'll do that before we fill the reservoir up. And ideally it would be like these 2 that I remove. We gotta remove that, and then we'll just start. Yeah, I think we'll go with these two. Which means I didn't need to remove that. We can pause those. Here we have a drought approaching. Am I okay? Let's pause that. Oh. And pause that. And detonate that. Am I okay just like not having the reservoir work during a drought? Yeah, I think we'll hold off. I'll finish this, I guess, after the drought. We're going to remove this and then put in a single floodgate. That is not a single floodgate. That way if I want to open or close it, I can. But I don't really think that I'll want to. And then for now, I'll just have it maxed out. Okay, look at that. We are maxed out on power. Those windmills definitely helped. That is for sure. Gears are still a little low. Can toss a couple more bots into the gear workshops. Wood's still looking good. We have a lot of trees. In fact, I don't think we actually marked most of this. We're being chopped down. I don't think it's going to really matter in the end because we have so many extra trees. But at least you have the option. So we can unpause one of these triple lodges because we still have 23 vacant jobs. Most of our jobs are unpaused. So if we have, was it 9? 6 beavers? 9 beavers? 9 more beavers. Get that 24 down to like 15. I'd be good with that. Plus we're gonna have some more water pumpers. But the reservoir's coming together. We have a lot of dynamite. So much dynamite. Probably won't be able to detonate it for a little while. We can probably also get some paths set up so they can actually reach some of this. Won't be able to reach it all. So we're looking pretty good. I guess a quick resource update. 1700 wood. Planks are looking good. Gears are getting better. Paper is fine. Pretty much everything else is looking good. We can actually probably reduce how many workers we have in the refinery because we're maxed out. Yeah, it's going to be a big boom when we finally detonate everything. Well, they probably can't reach this. Now we can set that to normal. remove those two. Oh wait. I guess we'll leave it like this. Because if we just fill all this in. I think we probably want to start focusing on the stuff at the back. That way we can work our way from the back out to the front. Oh, we probably gotta add in a little bit more. So they can't reach like any of this, can they? Oh, they can. Oh wait, this is... They placed some of this stuff. They just haven't finished constructing it, I guess. We have a 7-day drought, but droughts don't really impact us a whole lot. We have 6,300 water. Even with our growing population, we're still looking fine. These guys... Yeah, why is he sitting around? Oh, it's because we tied him to this bad water depth sensor. We can probably remove this guy, honestly. Because we have 5 other ones, plus this guy. So notice you said when I detonate it, I should just pause it, make sure I detonate everything, and then go. I'll have to go in like single speed. Ooh, there's a 1, 2, 3. Because I don't think my computer could handle anything more than single speed. We can do these ones. And then add the triple in. I think we can detonate these ones. I think I'll probably wait to detonate all the triple at once, but I want to get like these top rows down. That way they can actually reach all of it. Oh, we have 0 bot jobs that are vacant. Oh, he's out of biofuel. Okay, good thing we had that over there. Okay, so we might be getting to the point soon. Let's think about what jobs we have that we want to toss the bots in. Didn't I say I wanted more scrap metal storage and then I did nothing? That's ground only. Oh yeah, sand artist, you mentioned at the beginning we should get a dirt excavator. 100 treated planks, we have plenty. Gears, we actually have more than 100. And then metal blocks are looking good, so we can unlock that. Oh, perfect. That's exactly what you said, sand artist. Yeah, dirt excavator. So, where do you want to place it? We could go right... We couldn't go here. We could go here, but I need to just place a platform or something. We have all this space. Go right here, maybe? I think we should do that. Now we'll just need to connect the path in and then get some power over here. So you can move this guy and then move a couple of them. And then I guess for now we'll just go power shafts like this. And then we can get, excuse me. We can get the dirt block unlocked for 1,000. And we'll fill this in. And then we can keep going with some of the large underground piles. Ooh, we want to do 2. This one will be for scrap metal. This one can be for dirt. And then we can also make it a little bit easier to get down here. We even have a path in here if we wanted to add some more piles. That'd be an option. And then we can unlock this. Just switch it to bots right off the bat. And then let's actually bump all this up on the priority list. Because otherwise we're going to work on Dynamite first. Underground power with a layer of explosives. I don't exact. Oh, you mean the power shafts underground. See, I don't like it when you say things that make sense. Because then I have to remove stuff. But then I won't have to remove it down the road. So. So let's bump all that up. And then we could actually do this. Let's get a couple small piles. Supply. So that way these guys can just toss some dirt in here. And we'll detonate that. Now these require gears, which we don't have as many of those. So we're just going to go with the normal power shafts for most of it. And I'll place some platforms on top. No, I don't think that actually... That didn't actually highlight the power shafts. Which is what I wanted to highlight. Oh, now that we have like 1,000,000 planks, let's get that other monument placed down. And then we could honestly, I think, do this one. 300 metal blocks, we have enough. Treated planks are looking good on. Planks will be fine on. We just need to find somewhere that we want to place it. If we just lowered some space down here, we could place one. Let's go like this. Bump these up. Look at that, we got dirt. It's dirt time. Throwback to being 4 years old. Playing the dirt. Oh, they placed it all. Cool. So now just waiting on this. See, dirt storage, we have 40 because of those small piles. Then they'll work on this one. Work on lowering the whole mountain. Yeah, I mean this, yeah, if we flatten that out, that would be some good real estate. And then for me, the hard part is I need to start thinking long term and not just like what fits where. Which that is definitely something that's not quite as easy for me. So, once we have this done, which is still a ways off, we don't have as much extract, but we also haven't placed enough stuff. They should be able to reach these. Oh, I just didn't bump them up on the priority list. Ooh, look, we only have 3 vacant jobs. We don't have a whole lot of places to place the builder's huts close by, but we also have plenty of spaces that are not close to there. Let's do that. Could tackle it in sectors. Don't try and eat a whole elephant with one bit at a time. Yeah, if I think I'll probably do this after we get that reservoir sorted, because that's still eating into pretty much all of the extract we have. And the beavers are enjoying that other monument. We're about to give them another one. Oh, what does this need? Let's check. Monuments, 12,000, we have enough. I think it's like a 5x5, so we might want to go, I guess it could be on the back side. Gear up to 31. It's a pretty good well-being score. Let's see. Contemplation spots, we could use more of those. Wet fur, I don't even know how we're getting wet fur at the moment. But that is probably something else we should look at. We could toss some showers in here. Showers and lidos. Okay, so now that the wet season is back, We can remove those two. Let the water just flood everything, because I'm so smart. Okay, there we go. Well, there's should be a little bit of flooding. Okay, well, good thing I had this floodgate. And then in the meantime, place down 2 pieces of dynamite. Oh, we gotta open up some of these. I think. No, we don't. We don't need to open them. We did want to actually remove most of those. Get these placed down. Duplicate this guy. Excellent. And then I actually want to remove both of those. Yeah, we're going to remove both of these. And then get some overhangs placed down instead. Which might not be fully necessary, but... Oh. We gotta do 3x1s. Even more worth it. Cool, we can detonate those. And then we go to landscaping. Both of those. Now, can they actually get up here? Yes, but they won't be able to reach this. Because we removed this, which I didn't even need to remove it. But that'll have this sorted. We can start doing that. Excellent. And then we'll be able to set this fill valve just to have a certain target height downstream. In fact, we can start doing that now. So we want it to be 0.5. And then we can raise this one. Ooh, we have an unemployed bot. We can switch some more of these builders' huts to be bots. Detonate all of this. Remove this. Fill all these in. Add some paths because they can't reach everything yet. And then now, okay, so this guy is working. Let's bump this up. Because we could actually just switch. We could remove all these water pumpers. Not yet, but we probably will. And then these guys will be our main water pumpers, and they can pull water from the reservoir. And especially once we can raise the elevation up, that'll be helpful. Got some water coming through here. 33 jobs. 33 jobs are vacant. Ooh, they pumped everything out. going up in dirt. That's looking good. Nice. So they finished constructing that pretty darn quickly. But I think that's where we are going to wrap up today's live stream. We got a lot done. And there's still a lot to do, but the reservoir is pretty darn close. All we have left for the actual reservoir structure is this little gap and then this one. And then everything else, like the whole perimeter is set up. We just got to get our internal situation figured out. We just have probably, I mean, at least 100 pieces of dynamite to place down. Probably closer to 200. But we're in a good spot. We have these water pumpers. I'm excited to turn these ones on and phase out these ones down here, because then we don't need to worry about pumping water out of the irrigation zone for our crops. And then we have bots now, so that's huge, which is very helpful for the injury rates. We still have 9 incapacitated beavers. There's probably some job that I'm overlooking that is a little bit more dangerous. Thank you, Sand Artist. I appreciate the donation. Yeah, that reservoir, once we get it done, I mean, we're going to be set on water. Like, honestly, I feel like this reservoir could handle it in hard mode with how much water capacity there's going to be. But since it's a mega build, I didn't really want to do it on hard mode. Figured normal would be sufficient. So, but maybe I'll do a live stream where we do it on hard mode, because I've been playing through Timberborn on one of the easy maps in my spare time, which is for the first time in a while that I've played just played, not recorded. But it's a lot of fun. But I'm doing it on hard mode, which I haven't done a whole lot, and it's been a good challenge. So no incidents. Got kind of close though, but maybe at some point I'll have a video that walks you guys through what that map looks like. But anyways, I'm glad, Sand Artist, you were here, because you were the one chit-chatting with me during this live stream. And then all of the rest of you viewers, if you want to leave a comment, by all means. This is a pretty easy group to get along with. So, but we're going to wrap it up there. And unfortunately no live stream next week. So, have other stuff going on. Have a 10K and family in town. So, but the next weekend we'll continue. I think then we will finish the reservoir. So, be sure to check that out. Tomorrow will be another episode of the new Timberborn 1.0 series. I think it's going to be 3 videos in a row of that. But I've been having a lot of fun, so I wanted to get some more videos on that done. And then I'll have a spillage episode next week, and then I'll kind of go back to the alternating between spillage and Timberborn 1.0. So, thank you everyone for joining, and I will see you guys in the next video and the next live stream.